Welcome back everywhere to the second game of this best of 3 series for the group stage of the GameShow Invitational, sponsored by Asus, eBattle, Hitbox, Tesoro, Plantronics and Silicon Power. I'm not sure if I said eBattle, but I probably did. If I didn't, them as well. I'm from HeflaTV, I'll be your caster for this one. I'm going to be flying solo just because we have quite a few people from normally HeflaTV just coverage crew flying into Malaysia at the moment to take care of MPGL, the Mineski Pro Gaming League, starting on Saturday. So we're a little bit short-handed here, so solo cats, but hopefully it's going to be fine for you either way. But looking at the draft, already underway, IO and the Visage panned out by Charmander, whereas an Undying as well as Illustrac taken out by Chappa. But we're going to have a first pick Chakiro of all heroes. That is not a hero that you really expect to see first picked, although I like that hero. I think there might also be stronger ones, but Chappa, they're like, okay, Charmander, you want to go for maybe like a pushing sort of strategy with the Chakiro? We're just going to go for Enchantress and Dragon Knight and out-push you. And I do believe yesterday, Chappa, the game they won against the Power Rangers, was using a Dragon Knight as well in it. I'm not 100% sure on that. I think they used like a Enchantress in the first game when they lost, but I'd like to say that the Dragon Knight was involved in the game when they won. But don't quote me on that because it may be wrong. My memory on such things isn't what it should be, I should say. But Charmander, what's their second pick gonna be now? I mean, starting with a Chakiro is a little bit exotic, so it's hard to even call what might follow up. Queen of Pain though still in the pool if they'd like to go for that one, as is the Beastmaster, for example. If they really want to focus on pushing though, you may just want to try to pick up Lycan straight out, but nope, it's gonna be the Queen of Pain instead. Just a solid pick. Also, Queen of Pain is extremely good against Enchantress, because otherwise Enchantress, up against like physical carries, so to say, is rather annoying due to that untouchable. But with the Queen of Pain, you can burst her down anyway. Just blink, Scream of Pain, Shadow Strike, Sonic Wave, and Bambi dead. Roasted. I mean, Enchantress just isn't the tankiest of heroes. Of course, depends on the item build as well. If Enchantress is doing fine and is going for like an Aghanim Scepter, it should give her just enough bulk to survive the immediate burst of Queen of Pain. Of course, depending on if Queen of Pain also has like an Orchid to buff it up further or has like an Aghanim Scepter of her own, but just so many variables. Can't really call them all out, but next set of bans already almost through. As I banter on about this one, it's gonna be Lion and the Clockwork removed by Charmander. Of course, Clockwork is rather excellent against Chakiro and Chappa. Well, they're gonna need some form of offlaner anyway. Axe though, the ban from Chappa, it did cause them quite a bit of grief last game. Plus, if Chappa really want to go for a pushing strategy now, Axe is definitely nice against those as well. I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if Chappa did pick up a Lycan now, for example. Maybe not the third pick, but the fourth then. They also ban out a Drow though, just to be on the safe side. Want to negate still any chances of actually Charmander going for some kind of a pushing strategy as well. But Chappa, is it going to be Lone Druid, Nature's Prophet, maybe something like that? Going really a little bit push heavy, and Chappa of course having won game number 1, they have a little bit more of so-called artistic freedom for the game here, but it's going to be a center of all heroes. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's nice to get the disable. Also, since Charmander are maybe a little bit disable light, they do have the Ice Path, but it's not the easiest ability to land, especially if your targets are stampeded and just are moving at hasted movement speed. Plus, of course, extra lockdown, extra burst. Maybe Chappa is even gonna go for a Shadow Demon to follow this one up as well. It's definitely a strong combo, although usually would also like to have like a support, maybe like Leshrac, Lina, something like that to follow up on the Shadow Demon, or maybe a Mirana at the very least. But, of course, just disruption into Hoof Stomp into Double Edge when the target is also Soul Catcher is fine enough, or at least should be fine enough. But Charmander taking a slightly longer time trying to decide their picks. Magic damage would still be pretty nice, at least in dealing with the Dragon Knight up until the point he gets a BKB. Or what sources of pure damage could they go for? Go for Doombringer, get the pure damage Doom, I don't know. It's not the greatest ability though up against Dragon Knight, because once you have your Elder Dragon form activated, Doom will not cancel that one. That would be pretty sick though. It's like, oh, I have my Elder Dragon form. Oh no, it got cancelled. But there, hopefully nobody's disconnected. Bogdan, please don't be disconnected. It's fine. Just, it's a hard decision. And oh, that's a hero we haven't seen for a really long time. It's gonna be a Timber Saw. Huh, interesting. And I actually kind of like it as well. Dragon Tail is his biggest enemy for now. Also, Enchantress Impetus is probably pretty decent against the Timber Saw, because Timber Saw, he himself usually wants to get a distance away. But of course, Chappa now, they will pick up a Skydive Mage as their support. So Skydive Mage Centaur in itself is a strong combination, a great synergy there. But now it's also gonna be just the Ancient Seal to mess around with the Timber Saw in general. But Charmander, the second pick, or not the second rather, but the fourth pick in general, second in the second phase, coming out for Charmander the Sand King. More lockdown for themselves. A hero that can quite easily utilize the jungle. I mean, Enchantress is there for Chappa. Why not get the jungler of your own, or at least a semi-jungler? Plus an early blink on the Sand King may just accomplish so much, but at the moment Charmander again, they can have a strong lineup like early mid game, but what is gonna carry them in the late game? On the same note, Chappa, they definitely could use another strong hero as well, and Gyrocopter, funny enough, is still in the pool completely untouched. So Chappa could go for it. Homing Missile, maybe not the best thing to deal with a Timber Saw Queen of Pain, but it's not the worst either. Also, just it will hit Sand King even when he's trying to like just Sandstorm out or something. So I think Gyrocopter still could be a pretty solid pick for Chappa here. Also, Ancient Seal Rocket Flare combination is pretty good. If they want some carry heroes with stuns though, their pool is definitely suddenly a little bit more limited. If they even want to go for anything of the sort. But they have plenty of time to just make up their mind. Well, since they have a jungler, I doubt that they're going to go for something like an Alchemist. Although it might still be possible just have the Enchantress like more in the roaming role, but it's going to be a Viper of all heroes. Huh. Okay then, man. They don't have the craziest late game, but since Charmander really don't either, it might be fine. Plus Viper definitely does help them just possibly control the early mid game. Magic resistance is gonna be decent up against Timber Saw, well, the lineup of Charmander in general. Although there will be also quite a bit of pure damage coming out for them. So they're not like, the Viper isn't like a direct counter to the lineup of Charmander or anything. Glimmer Cape though, probably gonna be a pickup for maybe either side even once again. As 28 seconds and counting down Charmander. They have their supports. They also need a safe laner. So is it their turn to go for Gyrocopter now? It's gonna be a Medusa instead, though, going for a super late game carry here. And it might come back to bite them a little bit, but Chappa, they may actually find it rather hard to deal with the Medusa later on. If Chappa had like a Phantom Lancer, for example, it wouldn't be an issue just because, well, you know, the Fusel Blade, the mana burn. But now, Enchantress is the only hero still without a player. Come on! I know you want to play Enchantress. You do. Whoever hasn't picked it up yet. Probably just AFK and we're gonna have a pause once the game starts. Just classic Dota. The day I see a game which doesn't get paused at the start is probably the day the apocalypse is happening or something. But we still have time. We have plenty of time. It's not like we have a game coming up after this. But we are paused. Surprise! It gives me enough time to introduce the lineup. So, Dodgers Dota playing the Viper, leaving Metrim on the Enchantress, with Lalita Margarita on the Skydive Mage, Pasha on the Dragon Knight, Nicoril to be the Centaur Warrunner, leaving for Charmander, the Infernal Dragon. Bogdan is gonna handle the Sand King, leaving Snejinka on the Timber Saw, Seiga to be the Medusa, Quonk on the Queen of Pain, leaving the last one to be Madara Uchiha on the Queen of Pain. This Medusa though looks pretty nice. Da 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 da! Does that mean they're ready? Did they pause? Did you pause? Yes, it was their team. It was their team after all. But go, da da da! Go, 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 go! Пошли! Пошли, поехали! Well, just a second. In any case, we do have this game on post. And we'll see what's gonna come of this. So far, it's gonna just be a defensive trialing. Probably it's gonna be Bogdan trying to get level 3. And then just go into the jungle, use the sandstorm, farm that one up. Nikaril, of course, as kind of to be expected, is gonna be just hanging about here on the off lane. And well, this Timbersaw. For a second I thought I saw a Tusk. Unfortunately, not the case here. Quonk does run into Dodgers, but Dodgers will be a safe lane Viper. At least it looks like it's gonna be a safe lane Viper, and it's probably even true enough at the moment, leaving the Dragon Knight to go into the mid lane, just get the XP that way. Viper definitely a hero that can also make use of XP, but since it's kind of a dual lane or pseudo tri-lane with Enchantress jungling, it's fine enough for him. Although Pasha, who's he gonna be up against? Timbersaw. So it's gonna be a Timbersaw Dragon Knight mid lane matchup. It's probably decent enough for the Timbersaw. But Dragon Knight now. He got the bounty rune, so he's gonna have his bottle really fast. Of course, then again, so is the Timbersaw, a little bit slower due to him going for his stout shield, but he's gonna get it nonetheless soon enough. There's definitely no real like worry of him dying before he gets his bottle, I think. Unless Pasha pulls out something miraculous, or maybe Snajinka pulls out something extremely retarded. Maybe a combination of those two, I don't know. Reducing the base damage though does help Pasha a little bit there with the Breathe Fire, but you can't spam it endless. Even with a bottle coming out, you still have limited resources, kind of. Depending on how good of a job your supports will, of course, start doing. At the moment though, Queen of Pain not completely zoned out, so at least getting some form of XP. There have been a couple of denies already, 2 by the Viper as well as 1 by the Sky of Mage. So hasn't hit level 2 quite yet, but looks like still having maybe a better time, or will have a better time in general than this center for now. Madara just blocking this camp, doesn't want it to spawn. Although Nikaril, he is going pretty deep, maybe a little bit too deep even, I'd say. But it is Sand King just already farming up with a level 1 Sandstorm. I guess the Satyrs are rather easy to kill. And he will have a level 2 from them, so I guess it's not wasting time or anything. It's going to respawn as well, the camp here, in 2 minutes. It's just gonna go stack the big camp again. It's already double stack, so he's definitely going at it. And if he continues at this pace, if he gets that level 3 fast enough as well to really start like efficiently jungling, he's gonna be looking at a really fast blink dagger like this. And center Warrunner, so far Jakiro has been plenty to just kind of keep him out of XP or last hit range. Has 3 last hits, but even then no boots yet. And without boots, suddenly lane is a hell of a lot more difficult, or just scarier, I should say. As Quonk now will get a little bit of harassment into himself. Is level 3 with 3 last hits, so slightly above the center in levels at least. But Sky of Mage, as he gets levels himself, Quonk's life will get a little bit harder, but has 2 points into Shadow Strike. Of course, Scream of Pain is not like it's necessary for you in such a situation. So it's just a build that you are able to take on any support that wants to come and harass you. If it supports the support by himself, he's probably just not gonna win that fight. That's probably why there are 2 points into Shadow Strike. There he goes, just gets it on the Sky of Mage, and... Well, Sky of Mage got like 1 Arcane Bolt in return, but the Shadow Strike should do more damage by the end of the ticking. Of course, it's also the fact that like a right-click war is something that Sky of Mage will never win against Queen of Pain, due to the lower base armor as well as the lower base damage. Dodgers though up to 15 last hits, as is the Medusa mid lane, also neck and neck. So the slight edge that so far at least Chappa have is Metrim, although level wise, well, he's slightly ahead of Bogdan. Oh, for a second I thought he might die, but got the Sandstorm off. He just wants to get his level 3, that's all he wants, give him his level 3. Although the damage is really slow there. Level 1 Sandstorm jungling is sub-optimal. Unless the Satyrs, they were just so low to begin with. But he's gonna have to run all the way back home, still not level 3. So it's gonna be slowed down a little bit. I wouldn't have minded at all if he just actually leached some XP from the lane as well. But how many stacks do we have? It is a triple stack here. Oh no, it's a quad stack. I think there are double Dark Troll Summoners. Yeah, it's a quad stack. It's gonna be a triple stack here as well. So really well done by the supports. Both the Chikiro and the Sand King. Sand King, of course, kind of stacking for 2. Oh, no, Nejinka is in some trouble. They need to get the slow, but the silence, that's what they also need. Oh, the Dragon Tail, though. Cancels it, and there's the Hoof Stomp from the center. And that is first blood thrown by Metrim, the Enchantress. Although, there's a hasted Quonk. I love that name, though. Quonk. Pasha slowed down. Can they get the kill? The Shadow Strike is also there. They might Magic Wand. Is it gonna save Pasha? I think so. Quonk doesn't want to go deeper, or does she? They're just gonna slow down Madara. But Pasha, no bottle, no nothing. Can't really just keep on going there. So he's gonna run all the way back home, refresh himself, and probably TP back to the mid lane. In the meantime, Dodgers applying, whoa, a lot of pressure to the tier 1. Got it down to half HP already. Nether Toxin doing work. Has gone for a really aggressive skill build so far as well. Top lane Nicarel just hanging on, just barely getting XP that way. Sega with the face boost and the Mystic Snake can just put a lot of damage really into the Centaur there. Centaur can't even do anything if it's a 1v1 lane anymore, it's because the Medusa is that far ahead already. Not in levels though, so that's something. But Centaur doesn't even have Tranquil Boots. Tranquil Boots is what separates boys from men, guys. It's what separates boys from men. Pasha now is gonna maybe get Snejinka. Those names, Snejinka, Quonk. Good names, man. I love them. But oh, the Dragon Tail comes out. Does he have another Breathe Fire? He does not, so I don't think he's gonna get the kill. Or is he last attack? Nope. Bottling up in between the Corrosive Breath isn't gonna do the trick there. In the meantime, Minicaril, oh, tries to safeguard the Regen Rune. He's gonna even succeed in doing so. And with the Dragon Tail, with the Regen Rune, Breathe Fire, a few more attacks, and the Regen will get him back to full mana, no less as well. So I think with his Dying Breath, Jakiro should have just went for one attack against the Dragon Knight to cancel that Regen. It's probably like not a super big deal that he didn't, but it's just a little bit of something that he could have taken advantage of. Now Quonk just blinked, they know it as well, but they need the slows. Where's the Viper Strike? There it is, TP out. Is it gonna be a success? Oh, so close. He's still gonna die in the base. The Ancient Seal buffing up the magic damage, even from a Viper Strike as well as just the poison attack. It is enough. So there they have it. Success, 7 minutes in, 3-0. Looking pretty good for Chappa, but of course, they are up against the Medusa, who is farming extremely well, and there's no Blink Dagger in sight for Nicaril. Does go in with a double damage. Spotted out that there's no mana shield activated. Mid lane, Timbersaw, 25 last hits to the 31 of Pasha. A rather even matchup. Yes, the Dragon Knight may be a little bit ahead, has been a part of 2 kills, but even then, it's not like that big of a discrepancy. Lalita Margarita though is level 4 already. Dodgers, no Viper Strike yet, but they will get the tower unless it's gonna be denied. Quonk, oh, the deny. Good stuff coming out from the Queen of Pain. A little bit of revenge there, and I think it was more so like a misplay on Chappa's part. They really should have just gone in a little bit deeper, tried to zone out the Quonk or the Queen of Pain, the Quonk. They're synonyms now. Quonk means Quop. Nicaril eats another liquid fire, disabling his tranquil boots for a really long time, but it's fine. Looking at the net worth, we do see that Dodgers is number 1, even with the tower being denied. Dragon Knight and the Enchantress of all heroes doing extremely well. Has a Hand of Midas running. Does have boots, I think, flying out now. Yes. So got a really early Midas, but looking at Bogdan, level 6 now. Farming up the jungle, 2,000 gold in the bank. One more camp after this is gonna land him that Blink Dagger, of course, and that is when the game really starts. Timbersaw also level 6, or level 7 even. So with like a Blink Burrow Strike into a Chakram, I don't think many heroes can escape. But mid lane, Silence comes out, Dragon Tail stun. Even the Tomato Hilbert Smasher just Thunderclap, Bogdan though. They have a sentry down, but they didn't get the Dragon Tail. But they still might get the kill. Arcane Bolt, Corrosive Breath, they need like one more attack. Breathe Fire misses! But the Corrosive Breath is just enough. I think even the last tick did him in. Quonk also dropped though, but 2 nice kills, plus they will claim the tier 1 for the troubles. Pashak wants to keep on going, but Quonk gets the blink out. Had the Dragon Tail connected, I think it would have been a guaranteed kill. It would have bought enough time for like 2 attacks at least, plus a Breathe Fire. So that is the kill there. Scarf Mage does get the tower down. Maybe not the best target to get it down, but then again, you can like allow yourself Arcane Boots. Top lane, Madara might be in trouble. Double Edge, yes. I'm not too sure if it's even worth it in the end, but they also got the Sega to use the Stone Gaze on Medusa, plus 2 heroes are coming. Pasha, his Elder Dragon form will expire as Timbersaw got the kill onto the Viper. He was a little bit too deep, just pushing a tier 2, way too deep here, not a little bit even. Sega does take some harassment, but no Elder Dragon form means no extra movement speed, no Dragon Tail to really lock down the Medusa and punish him for having used its Stone Gaze. But bottom lane, the Viper kill was a necessity really for Charmander. They need to stabilize a little bit now, just get some breathing space, but of course they may not just stabilize, they may even pull ahead if they just put this Blink Dagger to great use on the Sand King. So far looking solid enough. In the meantime, Nicaril up to 1k gold, so I said earlier that he's not that close to the Blink Dagger, but then again he's not that far either. Mech being built on by the Viper, but he still doesn't have it. That's because, well, he died, plus not getting the tower lasted here. It would have been such a nice extra boost of gold for him. TP's top lane in the meantime. Medusa might be in trouble. There's so many other TP's coming. There's a haste on Pasha, but is it even going to be enough? The silence is there, but the mana shield, wrong target to go for, boys. There's 4 now. Metrim runs in deep. A little bit too deep even. Can she run away? There's... Nope, too much magic damage. Mystic Snake plus the Chakram. That was just a huge mistake. I think the Enchantress just tried to micro his creep, and that's why she herself ran in that deep, but how Impetus works is you want to stay the max distance. But she like ran in here. It's like, oops, got to turn around, although Madara will lose his life. Does miss with the Ice Path, so at least Pasha got something out of his Elder Dragon form, but they just went too deep. They saw so many TPs coming in, and they should have known that with a mana shield possibly maxed out, they just won't get it. And now a nice Burrow Strike. Can they get the kill? Quonk gets down Pasha, goes for the Breathe Fire, and the turnaround is there. Pasha dodges as well. And now Quonk in some trouble, does get out of the Mystic Flare. Mystic Flare was a little bit short in distance. I think he even had the range to just go for it farther, but doesn't matter. Now suddenly the turnaround, the Chakram, Metrim pops his Nature's Attendance. Snejinka silenced up as well, taking some pure damage of course from the Impetus. Another concussive shot, and he's gonna go down to the last Arcane Bolt. So in the end, it's gonna be well worth it. Pasha, that dodge though of the Timber changes. Suddenly he moved that much faster. I don't even know how. Where did he get that movement speed from? Another tower denied though. Viper, you had a creep wave. You were alone up against the Jakiro. How does a Jakiro deny a tower from a Viper? Shouldn't happen, guys. It should not happen. You can even just go aggressive, just pop like a Viper Strike on him just to ensure the tower. I don't know. A little bit weird, but it's still advantages Chappa in general because it's still map control. I mean, access to Roshan, for example, isn't like half as easy as it would have been had this tower still been up. But Medusa is still number 1 in net worth, so nothing is lost by a long shot for the Charmander side. Looking at the graphs, or I already looked at them as well, but I already forgot. About a 3k net worth lead, XP 2,500. 17, 1800 gold now and Nicaril even. But they are grouped up on the top lane. All of them. They want to get this tier 1 down. Of course, should be a rather easy thing to do. But there are still no points into corrosive skin. So Dodgers maybe going even a little bit too aggressive into the skill build. I think just going for 1 point into it is already worth it to just get the extra slow, extra magic resistance. Now Sega, Viper Strike is there, but he gets the Stone Gaze off. Bogdan comes in, but doesn't get anybody. The Epicenter mostly wasted, but Metrim still forced to run away. Are they going to get the kill? Nature's Intendants, oh, keeping her alive, so strong. They have a sentry down, they get the stun as well. Sega drops low, but can he get Nicaril before? Doesn't look like it. It is going to be 3 heroes dying with the last attack of Pasha following. That was well done, and in the meantime, Quonk, well, has a blink, should be able to get to safety, but a 3-for-0 fight. Quite a bit of heroes dropped low, but Metrim will stay alive, or will it Shadow Strike? No, it's gonna get the kill. Nicaril, you could see the Centaur is chasing the Enchantress to deny her, but Enchantress just keeps on running away. He's like, no, I'm gonna survive, I swear, don't deny. Okay, I'm dead. So, Queen of Pain got 1 kill. That's nice, but they forced so much onto this Enchantress. The Sonic Wave, for example, only hit her, I believe. Sorry, guys. Water is delicious. Delicious! But a great fight. A tower down, 3 kills. Yes, they lost 2 in the end, but kind of like support heroes, not that big of a deal. Enchantress has the Midas as well, so can easily recover as Dodgers. Wow, you're deep, bro. Maybe a little bit too deep, but has the mech. Feeling confident. Level-wise, though, they're not as far ahead as they have or were. Oh, never mind, they weren't even. I'm completely confusing this game with the earlier game of basically Unknown versus North Legion. But Charmander, they are grouped up in the mid lane, so their intentions must be to either fight or go for the tower, or both of them combined. Probably the combined would be the best one for them, but that is if they can actually properly do it as well. Dragon Knight, though, will TP all the way back home, was low on mana, will complete his BKB, but will he make it back to the lane in time? There is a glyph to buy extra 5 seconds if necessary. Also, Dragon Knight might be building for drums for a little bit of extra movement speed. There is a dominated mod Golem, though, just throwing out his rock at Sega. Of course, any kind of damage is nice. Nicaril, what was that blink? Probably a misclick. Probably a misclick there. As Pasha also at the sidelines, but the Dire Creeps, for some reason, scouted out. I guess the Mod Golem dragged the aggro. Is there gonna be a blink? Nicaril, nope. Blink gonna get disabled by 1 attack. Sega, another boulder toss. Is it the boulder toss? Hurl boulder. Hurl boulder. There's the blink stun, though. He will go in with the Stampede as well. Mystic Flare taking so much damage. Can't even get the Stone Gaze popped down. Does finally get the Burst Strike, but most of the Epicenter was wasted. A nice Sonic Wave lands on 2, but they needed a better one. Can they get the Dragon Tail onto somebody? The Timbers so does slow them down with the Chakram. Gets to the high ground. Oh, you kidding me, right? Nicaril. Wild guess. Oh, Snejinka will survive. 2 clutch to call, guys. 2 clutch to call. Will run into Nicaril, though. He's gonna get the kill. He is! Oh, Timbersaw. I know what song I'm playing after this game. I know exactly what song I'm playing. But it's still a decent fight for Chappa all in all. Just because they killed the Medusa, of course. Giving away a kill to Timbersaw is never nice. Especially considering how very close you were to actually getting the kill yourself. Had Pasha just committed to following him immediately, they would have gotten the kill there. But Pasha, he like went there, stepped back a little bit into the Chakram as well. In the meantime, Madara does TP up because he knew, just sensed the heroes coming. Metrim, though, has himself a point booster as well. And just Enchantress being more farmed than 4 out of your 5 heroes is maybe not the best indicator. Of course, Centaur isn't all that farmed either. So that's a nice thing for Charmander, and they still have a really sick late game. Aghanim Scepter being built on by Quonk, but she's only level 9. Huh, that's not all that great. But of course the laning wasn't that awesome for the Queen of Pain either, just being in the off lane up against the Skyrive Mage. But Timbersaw also level 11 is building towards a Bloodstone, I think. Just because if you go for straight out Aghanim Scepter, you're probably just not gonna have the mana to sustain it even. As in the meantime, the tower goes down to the creeps, as well as the heroes, but top lane at tier 2 will be the trade for it, and the rest Chappa They can keep on going if they want. Pasha has his Elder Dragon form, but now they're going to TP back instead. So they wussed out of the challenge. Pasha is just going to get Ice Path the second he arrives. I really think they should have just kept on going. Oh, look at the TP though. It's a compendium effect, right? What level compendium does that TP come with? Oh, Valve is so brilliant. They're just money makers. They're so smart. And now it's another tier 2. Charmander just getting the much better trade across the map. Well, there's a glyph, but this tower will just go down to the catapult. Lolita Margarita doesn't have enough damage to just stop it. Maybe he can deny the tower. Oh, one more attack. He gets it. Bogdan came in. He got silenced. Mystic Flare is there as well. They need more lockdown though. Pasha, is he gonna... No, never mind. Doesn't even need the Elder Dragon form. The silence just lasts for so long. Buffs up, of course, the rest of the magic damage as well. So 15 to 6 is the kill score. Looking at the graphs, it is an 8,000 lead in net worth XP. About 6,000, I'd say. And is this really Roshan time? Nicaril just cancelling his hoof stomp. Cancellation. Cancelling his animation is cancellation for short. Cancellation. Sounds good, right? Sounds retarded. That's what somebody should say in chat. Dude, you're stupid. Oh, Elder Dragon form even used for this. So they really want Roshan, and look at the Enchantress, just easy tank. Untouchable, maxed out, 130? 130 attack slow. That's ridiculous. That's more than double Hyperstone. That's not normal, guys. That is not normal, but Metrim is taking it like a man. So that's Aegis on the ground. It's gonna be... Is it? No. Who's gonna pick it up? Pasha. Yeah, Pasha goes back, picks it up. Not the best carrier for it though in general. And now look at this. A push coming out, and it's gonna be another tier 2 falling. I have to say Charmander really making good decisions across the map, but oh, Bogdan. I'm not too sure if he saw them or rather the other way around as well. They are smoked up. Nicaril. Oh, Sega solo 1 mana as well. There's the Blink Stampede, Impetus, and well, no mana means that this Mystic Flare was complete overkill, like nuclear overkill level. But immediate ping, 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 ping. Let's go down mid lane. When do they have Elder Dragon form? Well, 43 seconds. Of course, the creep wave itself will push for some time as well. And you can see the Charmander, they're gonna get the tower. Maybe they're gonna keep on going in hopes that Chappa will back off, although I don't think Chappa will fall for that this time. Or at least they shouldn't. But without the Elder Dragon form, their own push really isn't that speedy. They have Satyr, but they don't have like a massive chain army, for example. We do have a Macro Pirates on a 60-second cooldown after all, but it's just gonna be delay tactics together with the Chakram of the Timber Saw. And Pasha, he has all the time he wants. Yes, oh, Bogdan jumps in, nice double berserk, finally gets the epicenter. There's the Sonic Wave, Mech does come through. Pasha, he could just stay in the middle, Quonk drops low but stays alive until the Arcane Bolt lands on him. Snake Shinka does also survive just barely. I really think Dragonite could have just taken it, and now he might lose. It's just Elder Dragon form randomly. He's gonna get stone gazed up and removed from his life. That was a mistake by Chappa. He should have tanked it while he had Aegis. Now he's gonna come back without being able to do much of anything. He also had a BKB, which he is now forced to use purely defensively and Stampede out. That was not the perfect play. Had he just stayed there, one attack, all they needed was one attack on the Timber Saw. But they do force 2 buybacks. So in the end, it's still a better trade for Chappa. Also, they did get about half damage done on the tower. But considering they had the Aegis there and a 9-second BKB, it could have been better. But they didn't give away too much, like I said, so it's still all fine for them. Just wait out the cooldowns and maybe try to go for a pick off again. Do they have smokes in their shop? They will in 30 seconds, so it's fine. Looking at Charmander though, do they have any items that might really help them out? Quonk still trying to go for the Aghanim Scepter, but having to just had to buy back. Not really that close. Snejinka hasn't really been able to just properly farm up, nor has been able to snowball with kills. Does get the Soul Ring now, and is a Vitality booster plus a Blossom Recipe away from it. Manta Style finished up on Sega. Of course, getting rid of the Ancient Seal is suddenly a hell of a lot less damage taken in general. But is this a push we are seeing now from Chappa? Maybe they are grouped up. Do they have a smoke on somebody? They do, and that is what they will use as well. 300 gold also, only for the Enchantress, for the Aghanim Scepter there. As they are. Oh, never mind, Bloodstone is finished, so Timbersaw found that farm for it, but oh, this smoke is gonna go in such a wrong direction, like miles off, miles. As Nicaril is just farming up the jungle. Well, if your smoke fails, you might as well just farm the enemy jungle, I guess. Try to take away farm from them that way. Now Bogdan running around, just jumping through creeps, killing them. Does even have 1 point into Caustic Finale to maybe speed the process a little bit, or maybe it's only 1 point because he doesn't have enough levels for more. Looking at the graphs at the moment, it's still about almost a 10k lead now in net worth. XP 7,500 as well. It's definitely manageable for Charmander as long as Medusa gets more farm. Isn't number 1 in net worth, but is close enough to that point for now. And of course they haven't lost Rax yet, although the push is coming. Macropire already used as well. Dodgers really doesn't take all that much damage from it. But with the Chakram as well, those creeps just die maybe a little bit too fast in Chappa. They have to wait for an opening that they can actually like take one target and completely burst them down. Maybe force a buyback. As Pacha popped his ultimate, there's the Chakra as well. Tried to dodge it, not successful. Dodgers does throw out a... oh, but there's the Epicenter coming in. Once again, Dragonite, he gets off his BKB. There's the mech as well, but can he escape? With the Stampede, he can get to a safe distance. They will try to back off from the Stone Gaze as well, but they're taking a lot of damage, all of them. Dodgers, is behind the enemy lines. They could just turn around. Metrum gets stunned as well, can't throw out the impetus at all. Mystic Flare didn't do much, but he just had to throw it out. There's the Glimmer Cape. Another dodge, Quonk. Dragon Tail, Breathe Fire, but not enough damage to follow up. Another Burrow Strike, just a beautiful fight, but they did lose the Medusa. But that's perfectly acceptable if you just kill more enemy heroes, although Dodger still keeps on going. He's a tank. Oh wow, and what a tank he is. Another Burrow Strike, another Sandstorm, but Madara will lose his life, even though, well, it might cost Dodgers his own because they don't have vision, they don't have a gem. He does get off another Viper Strike, slows down Jinka. Metrim still alive, throws out those impetus shots. No Aghanims to buff it, but it's enough in the end anyway. And, well, Chappa, they just kited and they sustained and they survived. Well fought, just didn't go as great. I mean, Dragonite dropped so extremely low from the initiation of the Blink, just Epicenter Burrow Strike. But Aghanims is now delivered out, maybe a little bit low on mana on the Enchantress can use. He only use like 4 impetus attacks at the moment. And then he doesn't have enough for Nature's Attendants or the slow anymore. But they should back off now, I think. There's no point to just stay here. Dodgers trying to TP out. Oh, the Burrow Strike! I feel like it was a random one, but it was a great one. Look at that mega kill streak. Low, the gold. The gold. Tasty, tasty gold. Come on, show me how much. Give me a fight recap. 1.4k in general. 770 gold to Sand King himself. And with this, finally Queen of Pain gets the Aghanims. 40-second cooldown. Increased damage, of course, as well. We do have now a Veil of Discord on the Sand King, so the magic damage is definitely getting scary at the moment. If you can get those disables before the BKBs come out. And so far I think there's only one BKB anyway. But look at what Dragon Knight will have soon enough. The Silver Edge is gonna be finished up. Gonna disable them passives. Just get rid of the reactive armor, which otherwise is gonna be so annoying to just deal with. The extra regen, but speaking of regen, Centaur picks up a regen rune for himself. Snickeril is... oh, no, Burrow Strike. Oh, he gets caught. Stampede on cooldown as well. Probably gonna lose his life, or is he? Nope, Glimmer Cape. Glimmer Cape, such a hero item. Hero item, guys. I don't know. That item feels like it's gonna be such a popular one. I'm already seeing like rather often like 2 Glimmer Capes on a team per game. It's definitely not out of the ordinary. If there's even like a little bit of magic damage coming out, just go for it. Skydive Mage has one, Centaur has one, everybody got the Glimmer Cape. Especially like if it happens the way it did last time, like Dragon Knight gets jumped, you just Glimmer him. He's stunned anyway, he can't move to like get rid of the Glimmer himself, just Glimmer him. And he's gonna probably survive. Looking at the graphs though, it did dip down a tiny bit there. XP as well, about a 6k lead now. So I think Charmander, they're on the rise. But they need to just keep holding on and not lose too much. And Chappa, they on the other hand kind of need their X advantage, I think. Now though, I think this was the item that they were waiting for. There's even a point booster up on the center. So going for the Aghanim Scepter of his own, but Pasha getting that Silver Edge finished should be that little bit of a boost that can just help them win fights more decisively, just get a little bit of extra damage there as well. Although Dragon Knight still doesn't have like actual damage items, nor does he have an Assault Cuirass which would help them push, for example. But it's still nice that Medusa hasn't like overtaken them in farm, because for a Medusa just farming with the split shot, it is extremely easy after all. It's nice to look at effigies every now and then. 1 versus 5. That's what Sven does. The 1 versus 5 kind of style player. Hero. #1 player killer hero. If anybody knows the reference, then it's from another game. Or a video made about another game or whatever. Maybe it's in Dota as well for some hero. Some assassin kind of style, maybe Nyx assassin. Quonk though, oh no, not gonna see Metrium quite yet. Toggling to their vision. That is what the dire side see. So they don't really know much. Did I hear a Burrow Strike? I did. It's just the warding mission. Roshan is also up, so if Charmander want to, like, suppose they could try it. I mean, Radiant, they also lack vision completely now. Those were their last just resources, which just got removed. Of course, they still have 1 sentry down, but of course that doesn't really provide you map vision at all. And, well, Cloak is there on the Sand King. That's gonna be a nice addition to him, of course. Gonna make him a little bit more survivable, at least up against like a Skyrim Mage, or even the Centaur for that matter, as oh, Snejinka might be in trouble. Pasha closing in with the Silver Edge. Can he catch up? No, he can't. If only he had that Elder Dragon form there as well. Just go in with the Dragon Tail, go for the smack. Of course, it's a really low cooldown on Silver Edge. If you use the max duration of it. Oh no, Sega mid lane forced to use the Stone Gaze, but that's a win in and of itself. Although Nickerill taking quite a bit of damage, and they do have 1 Urn Charge if they want to keep on healing up Nickerill. But what's the plan? I guess Roshan. Sure, looks like it. Metri once again to go and tank it up with that untouchable of hers. Roshan is like, oh. Roshan has arthritis. I'm not too sure if that's a thing, but anyway, he's not really fast at healing. Nickerill will get healed up a little bit. Nature's Attendants will also come off cooldown in 2, 1, and there. He's gonna use it immediately. Not the strongest level 4, and still taking a lot of harassment, and they are backing off from now for some reason. They have this ward down. They're sending the Skyrim Mage to just break smokes if there are any, but oh, the smoke comes, but a little bit too late. There's another Aegis now on Pasha once again. I really maybe even would have liked to see it like on Enchantress, for example. Just have the Enchantress in the front lines. Well, maybe not. Doesn't have a BKB. It's hard to say. But it's really just, you have the Aegis, but you must not die with the Elder Dragon form activated then. It must not happen. Sentry down by Madara. Of course they know, I think now, that the Silver Edge is there on Pasha. 4 staff even picked up now on the Enchantress. Just to make themselves a little bit more mobile. If somebody gets caught, stun locked, just try to get them out anyway. Pasha already popped the Elder Dragon form. They mean business, they want to get their Rex down. Shall they get it though? Well, they're definitely gonna get the tier 3. But can they get more is the question. Now the Glyph comes out, they're gonna delay it as much as they can. But is as much as they can gonna be enough? Sega goes in, but does have the Stone Gaze once again, gets stunned though. Mystic Flare as well, but he's way too tanky for this. Bogdan comes in from the back line. Look at the Sonic Wave to follow. 2 are down. Mech comes out, but Dodger's forced to just escape with the Stampede. Double Edge, not enough either. Sega still alive. Medusa drops so low, but they just lack the damage output. Everybody's escaping on Charmander's side. Pasha, of course, does also survive, so I guess it's a fair trade, but they do not get tracks. They don't even get like a single point of damage onto them. A really nice fight, just beautiful jump in from the Sand King from the side like this. Just probably blinking from here like that. Sonic Wave to follow as well, the same direction. At least hit 2, maybe even clipped on a 3rd or a 4th even. Well done, well done. 22 to 12. Just look at the XP change and the gold change. Just good stuff coming out, and if only they had killed the Medusa, it would have been all still worth it, but unable to do so. Just Pasha once again having to back out because, well, don't want to lose the Elder Dragon form. Viper dropping solo, although he is extremely tanky, just doesn't seem he's tanky enough quite yet. But he's gonna have a Heart of the Risk soon, so still gonna get even tankier. The thing is though, that you may not be able to do anything with the tankiness because you just may lack the damage to bring down the Medusa, for example, as we saw in the last fight. They just popped so much on the Medusa. Yes, they got her extremely low, but the follow-up just wasn't there. But look at Chappa. They're just going again, not Stampede, but the Epicenter is still on cooldown for a little while. They have now Dodgers to just be in the front lines for them, even. Well, oh, never mind, they still have the Aegis. They have a Hyperstone as well, so that's a little bit of a boost in damage, or, well, attack speed at least. But there's another Elder Dragon form. They want to go for the melee Rex. Maybe should both focus the range Rex first and then the melee. It's hard to say. There's the Epicenter up. Are they gonna use it as well? Where is the Sand King? Oh, he's coming in totally from behind. Nobody knows where he is. Is he gonna channel it? There's in the meantime gonna be a PKB. No PKB from Pasha. He's gonna pop it now, get the stun onto Sinajinka as well. There's the Mystic Flare. Are they gonna get the kill? They are. Sega drop slow, but the Bloodstone heals him up a little. Gets stunned nonetheless. Slowed down. 2 down. Buybacks from both of them. Queen of Pain also forced to buyback. Can they at least get Drax? They should be able to do so. Pasha will claim it and now back out. Just so many buybacks. They even get Sand King down and not a single one to drop from Chappa yet. Now Nicaril will lose his life, but not before he gets a double stun. Is he really gonna survive? You're kidding, right? Sega gets his Stone Gaze off, but he's so low on health. I don't think anybody's gonna be able to give chase, though. He's just fast enough. 4 staff, also not enough. They're in the back lines. Najinka will go down to Dodger's poison. Quonk gets to just blink out because there were no disables there, but they just took such a great fight, and the initiation was just spot on. Timbersaw getting caught off guard. Only 2 Blaststone charges left. That might be just double reaction. Just so many buybacks were spent. 3 buybacks. All the cores had to buyback. Sega did come back to the fight now. Dodgers maybe a little bit low on mana, but he is tanky as all hell. And they are losing the melee Rex. Now Elder Dragon form for 30 more seconds. But I don't think it even matters in all honesty. That is gonna be another Rex down. Oh, beautiful Sonic Wave. Mech just had enough mana for it. And now the slows on Quonk, the Impetus. That is a kill in return. Medusa, the only one alive. They probably won't go for a 3rd Rex at the moment because they're rather low on health, of course. Well, Dodgers will be full on health soon enough. 108 health per second, guys. Legit. Heart of the Risk did get buffed after all. I think it did at least. I'm pretty sure it did, right? In any case, 2 Rex advantage now. That is just maybe too hard to come back. Of course, you have a split shot, but Medusa needs more items. So far, still only has that Manta style plus 1 ultimate orb. He needs to be on Viper levels of farm at least, if not more by now. That buyback also, of course, hurt all of them. They just all fell so far behind. Wow, look at that! Steady climb, steady climb, steady climb. Rocket boost! And well, XP, of course, the same story. Suddenly AC, the full AC is finished on Pasha. Centaur has his Aghanim Scepter. Squad of Mage runs around with a 10-second BKB. Normal stuff, guys. Even a Butterfly will soon come out for Viper. I think this game is almost decided. Of course, not yet, but I think Chappa should be easily be able to just go for those racks. Maybe even like face dive them. They are pretty tanky. But then again, they might lose Dodgers here. He's going to get jumped, stunned up as well. I think he's going to go down, or is he? Nope, Stampede gets him out for now. I suppose they needed more stuns, but they only have that 1. Well, they have Ice Path as well, but Jakiro wasn't anywhere close by. Now Sega does pick up the 2nd ultimate orb. Dodgers 0 damage. That's just unmannered. I'm pretty sure he doesn't mean that he himself is doing 0 damage. It's like, yeah, I'm just so tanky, I don't care. That's probably a bad word, I think. Use Scepter though, Ice Path to follow. Is there a Macro Pirate? Well, there is! They are gonna try to go for it, just prove him wrong, although he is tanky. But he's gonna go down. There's the epicenter as well. Oh, there he is. Now Pasha, with his BKB, can't really go for any follow-up either, just because there's a stone gate. Everybody has to turn away. Pasha's BKB already wore off, but in the Silver Age, he is gonna make it out. And look at the base in the meantime. The effigy is already going down. Soon the tier 4s will be under siege. And well, they lose the Viper, but that was a really good fight from Charmander, and I really love that they killed the Viper just because he was all kind of smack talking in the old chat. So now we also have a Moon Shard, extra attack speed for Metrium. I wonder if he's gonna use it. Probably not before he has enough gold for another one. 120 attack speed, man. Crazy stuff. Who made that item up? It's like, oh, there's a sentry down. Pasha knows of it. Spotted out Quonk. Even blinked forward, but just out of range of the Dragon Tail. There's a Stampede as well. Courier is killed. They really wanted that one. What was on it? Point booster. Oh! It was the finished up Eye of Skadi for the Medusa. I'm not even too sure if it was worth the Stampede, but they have time to wait after all. I mean, Viper is dead, so I guess, yeah, it was a good trade. If you just take that into account that the Viper isn't there anyway. Looking at Roshan though, is gonna get a rather long respawn, almost 10.5 minutes. Metrium now, Frozen and Impetus. Not that damaging to a Timbersaw. He has massive health regen as well. Or had at least. Yeah, he was bottling up, never mind. I was like, what? He has 60 from something. Not quite as much. Of course, has free blast on charges at the moment only, so that's a little bit sad for him. But 1700 now on the center War Runner, level 16, has the Stampede ready. And Stampede at Aghanims is pretty sick, just running up cliffs and everything. Look at the Charmander though, oh, little Charmander, so cute. Elder Dragon form in the meantime is popped from Pasha. Are we gonna get the last stand? We are. There's the epicenter coming in, but can he catch up? He can. There's no BKB Glimmer Cape. Where is it? Not coming up, but the Stampede reduces the incoming damage. A nice jump. Quonk. He goes down to the silence. Timbersaw, he's in the backlines, but can they do anything? A nice stone form into Pasha. But I think now, yes, Snejika gets stunned. A nice Parasite lands on 2, but it's probably not gonna be enough. They just go down one by one. Bogdan now. Just Metrium in the trees, hitting away with those impetus attacks. Triple kill for Metrium himself. Dodgers gets rid of Jakira in the next, or in the backlines, and with this GG is called. And with that, Chappa will advance to the next round, where they will have their last chance to advance to the playoffs. So one more game for them. Of course, we don't know who their opponents are yet, but it's gonna be Power Rangers, or I don't even remember who the other one was, but either or. Power Rangers or 4 Clover, I think. Yes, Power Rangers or 4 Clover should be the team. But we are done for the day, guys. If you enjoyed, it's nice, and you can always follow us for more content, because we are gonna have quite a bit of it over the upcoming days. So check us out on HeflaTV on both Facebook and Twitter. For myself, it's at Culture everywhere pretty much. And, well, of course, huge shout out, the biggest shout out even, to the sponsors. Asus, eBattle, Plantronics, Silicon Power, Hitbox, and Tesoro as well. And of course, GameShow for even hosting this. So, huge shout out, loving you guys. And with this, we're done for the day. We will be back tomorrow with free series, free best of 3 matches for this one, plus another one for the Yard Fest as well. The games tomorrow will be Next KZ versus North Legion at 15 CET, Vega Squadron versus Immortal at 18 CEST, and Fiskestanga versus Moscow 5, probably the best game of the day, at 21 Central European Summertime. So tomorrow, lots of Dota coming up, guys. So follow us on our social media for that. And for now, we're done. Just a few songs to finish the stream, and have a good one.